From the player's perspective, Frank, you've got to question, well, where's the pride? Where's the desire to be better, to reward the fans that are paying this money to see them week in, week out?
Yeah, that should be the question. The thing is, I think Manchester United became exactly the club who lost the power of the institution, where the players took over and are the most powerful. We can name another club, Paris Saint-Germain, where Emery and Tuchel were kicked out because they couldn't be legitimate. And that's the case for Rangnick. It could have been the case for Real Madrid when they got somebody and they were looking for the right one. And the right one became Zinedine Zidane. But they would have taken somebody else. They would have had the same problem. So it's exactly what's going on right now in Manchester United. Is where some players think they're better or they're more important than the institution. So now it's difficult to just to answer to your question, to realize that as a player, you have to give everything to the club. You have to give more than 100% to make sure that everybody sticks together, work together, and you save the club. But some players, and as Craig said, we don't know how many they are, think they are more important, and the club should take care of them before they should take care of the club. That's the main problem. I don't know how to sort that problem out. We can see that in Paris Saint-Germain, it's difficult. And it's again difficult for Pochettino. So maybe somebody like Rice should be the coach. I don't know if Zinedine Zidane would be the right one. But it seems to be that the dressing room will still be more powerful than the institution. And Manchester United has to solve that problem.
Don, you know who they should maybe have got? Maybe that Antonio Conte guy.
Yeah, that was a funny one, wasn't it? I mean, the best manager in the world at the time, who was out of a job that they could have got in.
Who would go in and he would kick them up the backside and they would have to listen or they'd be out.
Absolutely, because what he's doing to the Tottenham side and the Tottenham individuals is incredible. The stats, the running stats for Tottenham under Nuno, they were bottom of the Premier League. Now under Antonio Conte, they've gone from bottom to the top. They're doing 14k more under Antonio Conte. And correct me if I'm wrong, the only manager out of Oli, Michael Carrick and Ralph Rangnick who's had the bottle to leave Bruno Fernandes and Ronaldo on the bench was actually Michael Carrick. So the problems is the guys are saying, has Rangnick got the power to say to Bruno Fernandes, you're not playing? I don't really fancy you in this new system. Has he got the power really to say to Ronaldo, you're not playing? He might have the power to do it on one sort of given day or one match day, but let me tell you now, Ronaldo's not going to be happy. He's going to be on the phone to his agent, and one or two others will as well. That's the problem. That's the culture at Man United at the moment. The thing with Conte, what he brings, it brings authority. The Tottenham players will all know they're on last chance saloon. If they don't do it under him, because they didn't under Jose, didn't under Nuno, to a certain extent, not really under Poch, and under Antonio Conte, he's saying, listen, you've had enough managers. You need to start looking in the mirror because it can't be the manager's fault. If you don't do it under me, your history, you've gone. I don't think that's the case at Man United.
Well, he's going to have the bottle to leave people out, otherwise he's not going to get results, right? And he's going to look particularly bad, even though at the moment he's on a 6-month contract as a manager. I'm sure he wants that extended. Who wouldn't, managing Manchester United? But he's not going to get that extended if he doesn't get results, and so he'll have to make some big decisions. When you walk into a club as an interim manager, when you get players on side, it's great. But when you walk in and you find this scenario, the difficulty is, as we see the league position, it's a tenuous league position in terms of getting in that top 4. It's going to be a battle. But the problem is you go in and players know you're on a 6-month deal.
And does that
so the players that are already sort of, swinging the lead a little bit might think, well, just carry on for a bit because he'll be off and somebody else will come in. That's the difference with bringing in somebody like Antonio Conte, who was available, who comes in and says he's all right, he doesn't stay at clubs that long, maybe 3 or 4 years, does a job and he's gone, but comes in and says, look, X, Y, Z, need to get them out, they're not playing, bosh, done. When a manager comes in a 6-month deal, the words don't resonate the same with the board, particularly when you're not getting results and performance. They start to doubt their own decision, and they start to doubt that trust process in the manager. That's the problems that United are facing at the moment, that everything's short term.
And the players know that.
And the players know that. And subconsciously, a lot of times they won't go that extra little bit of, that extra inch, that extra mile, that extra sprint for you. And that could be the difference at elite level between getting results and getting a job and getting the sack.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.